Good evening. This is K4PW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here from near the ski lift here in Mount Juliet. Do we have any emergency or party traffic? Very good. Never has been. I guess shouldn't be shocked, but there never has been. So if you have an emergency, call 911. And if you can't do that, tell us where you are and we'll do it for you. Note you can break in at any time. Information on the net. You can go to YouTube right now and see our stuff. You can see the face of my radio, and you can see how our signals are. Whoa, hold on. Helps a lot if I start out on the right. If I start out on the right band here, on the right channel. This is K4PW. If there's any emergency traffic, you know what to do. Call 911 and or call us, and we'll do it for you. Just tell us where you are. There isn't really where was I? Was get all messed up again. And that may be broken anytime for emergency traffic. You can go right now to YouTube and see our hold on, making minor adjustments here. There we go. YouTube and see it's K4PEW in the search block in YouTube, and you can see you can see me and you can see the face of my radio. Hold on. Man. Getting everything all messed up today. Anyway, I'm back. It sounds like a comedy show here. You can also go to, let's see, we got groups.io. You can go to, well, let's do first, 146.415.net for information on Simplex, groups.io to get involved with our forum and email system for selling equipment, buying equipment, and for technical questions. It's a nice way to get information out to the group. There's about 200 hams in there. Good group. A lot of expertise in there. So you got questions, please jump in there. And also selling equipment. Just put it up there and you'll be surprised who wants it. Or who doesn't want it for that matter. Anyway, also you can go to groups.io. We already did that. Groups.io. And that's MJSS, and it's groups.io. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night here. Tonight we're doing, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we're doing 2 meters here on 146.415, and they're going to move on to 144.240 upper sideband, and then we're going to move over to 50.135 upper sidebands on 6 meters, and then to 223.415 on the 220 band. Does anybody have any other announcements besides the 10-meter net tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., 28.415? You got to be there. 7:30 tomorrow night, 28.415. He moves on to, that's Michael, by the way, KM4YRF. He moves over to do both FM on 10 meters, and then he also does, I don't expect you to write this down, but just be there for 7:30. And then goes to C4 FM, and I'm not sure anybody in the whole country is doing a C4 FM 10-meter net, but he does it. And it's been I'm going to say it's wildly popular, but it's wildly popular because I don't know anybody else is doing it. Is there any other announcements besides, I wanted to thank Michael for doing the net for me, or for us, I should say. On Wednesday night, I was at a date night with the wife, and we went out and went bowling, and I made a complete fool of myself. Yeah, my average dropped considerably when I was in a league 40 years ago. And I only fell down on the alley once. Is there any other announcements? No. My big announcement was that I told at the breakfast this morning. That big announcement. I got a GMRS license, which I had never had before, and I've never really that I'm aware of. I've never transmitted on GMRS. I may have, but by accident. And I also bought a GMRS radio. So we're looking forward to maybe doing that in the future. I think that Danny said he might do one, and I'd be happy if he did. And we'd get some GMRS people involved with us, so to speak, and perhaps convince some of them to get get their license if they don't already have one for ham radio, and do Simplex over here as well, because it'll be a Simplex GMRS, not anything on the repeaters. In fact, I was just earlier this evening. I had my handheld sitting here on the desk, and I had it set on the GMRS scan for all the GMRS frequencies, and loud as could be with just a regular HT with a rubber ducky on it. I was able to hear a guy up in Gallatin sitting up in a parking lot, and he says, "I'm just testing out my rig here." I didn't answer him, but says, I just did. I didn't. I didn't get a chance to, but heard them loud and clear. So the signals are better than I thought they were simplex. So we'll see. Anyway, anybody else? All right, then we're going to go ahead and start the net. But first, we're going to take. We're starting from. I don't know where we're starting. Hold on.
Starting from the east last Wednesday.
All right. West. Okay. Okay. We'll go to the north. That's where we need to go. I'm not sure that's correct, but last Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Okay. I'll go. It doesn't matter all that much. Not really. Anyway, from the north, and it's net number 1,082. Well, but we're going to be taking check-ins from those with handicaps. No, those short on time mobile or first time check-ins. So let's take those first. Hold on one second there, Rick. I got KI4SIB and KI4SOR. Very good. You doing all right, Richard? All right, very good, Richard. Good to hear you on the air, and I hope you're getting you back with us shortly, somewhere on the breakfast, and here on the air as often as you can. And his bride Stephanie, that's KI4SIB and KI4SOR. Rick, I think that was you.
Yeah, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Your signal's great.
Oh, thank you, man. So is yours. Actually, nice. I couldn't hear Richard, but I'm glad to hear from him. I kind of miss him.
Oh yeah, no, I miss him too. I mean, he was a regular breakfast attender and always on the air. So yeah, I miss him too. All right. Anything else?
I do appreciate what you do, man. Thanks.
All right, very good. We'll catch you later. That was KN4TJF. That's Rick out in west of Ashland City. Anybody else short on time mobile or first time checking?
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta.
All right, I heard Doug in there, so I'm going to take you for. There's somebody else that kind of doubled, but Doug, how's everything go with you?
Oh, doing good, Paul. I got about to get caught up on all my spuddling. I'm short on time tonight, so I thought I'd better check in and wish everybody a good weekend. Stay safe and turn around, don't drown.
Oh, I know it's bad. Anyway, good to have you in there, Doug. That's Doug, and he's in. I keep forgetting every time you get on the air. I forget where it is. It is in. Tell me again, because I forgot.
It's in Greenbrier. I'm going to mail you one of my QSL cards. You can hang it on the wall.
You know, it's funny. I was going to say Greenbrier. I said, nah, that doesn't sound right, because it just. But I was right anyway. But I can't prove it.
All right. Yeah. All right, Paul. Thanks for doing the net. I enjoyed it every time. I hate that I got to get out tonight, but I am a little short. So KO4MKD, back to net control. Very
good. That's Doug in a place called Greenbrier. Kilo Oscar 4 Mike Kilo Delta. There was somebody else in there too. Please come in. K4N. Is it N? I forgot what it was. Clint. NMN. What NA? What is that?
ANM. Alpha November.
Oh, very good. ANM. Yeah, it sounds like you're saying A and M, and I just got it all messed up in my head. Anyway, how's it going, Clint? Didn't make the breakfast again.
No, I didn't. I worked super late last night, and then woke up just in time to get the new HD out of the mail. Picked up a kit list. So I was going to try to make the 220, but I'm 3 stories up on the side of a hill in Redwood, and it is cold. So I'm going to try to jump back into the 220, but I'll take it back into it.
Yeah, which Kenwood did you get?
The little D75.
The which one?
The THD75.
Oh, I don't think I know that one. And that's a tri-band?
Yep, it's a tri-band HD. So I'm hoping I'm going to pay attention to the YouTube stream and try to get back out here for the 220.
All right, very good. We'll be there. Maybe we ought to put announcements on there or something.
A little ding or something. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, I know. Oh, all right, very good. Good to have you in there. That's Clint. He's in Madison. Kilo for Alpha November Mike. Anybody else short on time mobile or first time checking?
Come in.
Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Clint, does that radio do C4 FM? Hey, no, Michael, it doesn't. It says C-Star, and I missed you guys by like 5 minutes. Oh, man, you would have made number 10. All right, maybe next time. Back to next.
All right, very good. Yeah, stinking C4 FM. No, it just does D-Star, though. That's it's funny that Kenwood decided to do D-Star Well, they wouldn't. I guess they'd have to go do something else with C4FM. And I don't know. Anyway, who else is that? Was Clint, by the way, Madison, K4 Alpha November, Mike. Madison, that's not Madison, Wisconsin. That's Madison, Davidson County. Who else is any place, anywhere on the short on time mobile or first time checking? Oh, that was pretty rough. But Michael, can you hear him better?
Yeah, come back with your call sign. I wasn't paying attention.
One more time, please.
KR4 AGE. Mobile.
Oh, very good. Is it KI4, Kilo India 4, Alpha Golf Echo?
Kilo Romeo 4.
Oh, it is Kilo Romeo 4? Wow, Kilo Romeo already. I keep forgetting. He checked in before and I forgot about the R being used. The first time we've had an R in there. Anyway, where are you mobile? I wasn't copying any of that.
That's Josh. He's on the handheld. He was on the move.
Okay, very good, Josh. Glad you're in there. Josh is mobile. That's Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Golf Echo. Who else is mobile, short on time or first time checking? I didn't catch that. Did you come on?
That was David, KI4NDN, mobile, downtown Murfreesboro.
Oh, wow, really a rough copy on David. I'm not used to that. Well, very good, David. Obviously, you can hear us, so appreciate you being in there. That's David, Kilo India 4 November, Delta November, mobile.
All right, David, I relayed you in the Thursday night as well.
Yeah, I can just barely make him out. I can tell it was him, though, on that last transmission. Anyway, that's KI4NDN, David in Murfreesboro mobile. Got another mobile. Huh. Who else? Anybody else on mobile, first-time check-ins or short on time? Yeah, we almost set a record on that. We've got 8 people, well, 7 people checking in that way. Who else is? Let's go. We're going to go ahead and start from the north. Please come down.
Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, Danny.
Hey, Danny, I got good news and bad news, man. I got my GMRS license this week, and I went ahead and ordered a GMRS 50-watt radio.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do a survey of the people you know with GMRS, but are they using a regular antenna cut for GMRS, or are they just trying to use a 70-centimeter antenna that they have, or what are they doing?
Most of them are using like the Midland, or they're using a quarter wave or something like that.
Okay, I got you. I'm just curious. I just wondered how. I'm gonna have to test it out before I buy another antenna, or I can build one, I guess. If I build a quarter wave, but I was thinking about doing that too.
Your regular UHF is probably about a 2 or so SWR. You know, you give it your buy, but you know you wouldn't want to run it all the time.
Right. Anyway, well, very good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Just sitting out here trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, they said when I got up this morning, they said it'd be about an inch of rain, and they lied, man. I think we've had 2 inches.
It's been quite a bit. I think Danny over there in White House said we've had about 4 inches since last night.
Wow. You might have got it. I don't know. I just know we got a lot because I have a pond in the backyard. And it went up at least 2 inches, but I don't know how much.
Oh, wow. Well, the creek down here has been in the road most of the day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not good.
A lot of water.
Well, it's got to go somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. And Friday when I went to work, there was a lot of water going down Old Hickory.
And that was going down where? Going down
the river, you know, down by when you go across.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there was. Holy mackerel. And it's going to be more because the storm is passing right up through Kentucky, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I just hope the what do you call it? The Corps of Engineers got all their poop together this time.
Yeah, I think a post somewhere said that they were talking about the Pickwick Dam. They had all the gates open. That was Friday.
Oh, okay. So they obviously they pre-prepared for this.
Right. They was letting it down fast.
Yeah, I don't know. What do they do at the dam? Do they let the dam go down there? The one here in I can't tell you exactly. You know what I'm talking about? The dam that's on the Cumberland.
You got Coral Run, and you got the Old Hickory, and then you got the one in Ashland City right here close.
No, I was talking about the one in Old Hickory, I believe.
Yeah, in Hendersonville.
That's where the lock is, right?
Yeah. Well, all three of them got locked.
Well, I haven't seen the others, so I'm just that's the one I'm kind of familiar with there. Yeah, the ship's got to get through there somewhere.
Right.
Anyway, anything else for the net?
No, that's it. Just sitting here.
All right. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. I would love to have you decide if you could, and I'm not demanding it. I'm just asking if you could do the net on a simplex that we would participate in as well, or whenever you guys are doing your net.
Okay. Well, like tonight was just a check-in night. I think every other Saturday we do the simplex net.
Oh, do you? Wow. I'd love to do it Saturdays. What time do they do that? This simplex net? Is that the one they do at 8?
It was at 7:30. We had just finished up, and I just came over.
Well, 7:30 wouldn't be bad, really, because it would coincide partially with the C4 FM net that we do at 7:30. But even if it followed that at 7:45, because I don't know whether you'd have a whole bunch of people checking in on simplex. I'm not sure.
Well, tonight's net there was 25.
Holy crap, that's a lot.
Yeah, we got 104 on the roster that's checked in.
Wow. Okay, Michael, if you're listening, you're going to have to speed up the C4 FM net if Danny's going to do we're going to participate in that simplex net on Saturday nights.
Sounds like I'm going to have to buy another stinking radio.
No, you don't have to do nothing, man. But, I mean, if you want to be loved by everybody, you have to.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
And don't give me none of this 5-watt stuff either. Anyway, very good. Which frequency are you guys on?
It's the Gallatin frequency. It's 462, 650 is the repeater, and then we go to usually channel 22 or channel 16 and to do simplex.
Okay, very good. Yeah, very good. We'll just have to let everybody know next Saturday and see what goes on.
All right.
Well, very good. Thanks, Danny. You got anything else, Danny, before I go away?
I'll catch you on 620.
Very good. That was Danny, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar, November. Station camp up near Cotton Town. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
Hey, I know you got a GMRS radio, don't you, Mark?
I do. I've got a couple of Kenwood commercials that are certified for that, so I'm in good shape. I've got a license too. Never talked to anybody on it, but I got a license.
We may have to break that record. Yeah, I did notice that I didn't know about the Kenwoods. I didn't price those, but I saw even Midland for their commercial GMRS radio. It was like $350.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
Sounds like a lot for a once-a-week net.
Yeah, if you get a commercial radio, you can double use it for ham. It works fine.
You say those Kenwoods are also good for the other bands, UHF, VHF?
Well, it's only a single band commercial radio, but it's type accepted for Part 95, so that makes it fine for GMRS.
Oh, so it is acceptable for GMRS as well as 70 centimeters, what you're saying?
Yeah, it does commercial, GMRS, and ham.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. I did know, I mean, obviously, in fact, you may have heard me earlier. No, maybe not. My TYT 70 centimeter DMR and analog handheld, which I've never used on DMR once, but I programmed all the GMRS frequencies in it, and I just put it on scan and out of the blue, I'm sitting here with it just on the handy talkie with the rubber ducky, and I'm hearing this guy up. I think it was in Gallatin, loud and clear. And I'm sitting inside the house, so the signals are pretty good from up there.
Yeah, you sure he wasn't on the repeater?
I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. Well, I guess it could be true. I'm hearing the output of the repeater. I don't know. Tell you the truth, I don't know, because I didn't even notice what channel it was on when it happened.
Yeah, I got to get busy and learn about what these channel numbers are. I don't know anything about that.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know how to look it up.
15 through 22 is repeater channels, or they can be simplex.
And 50 watts.
Right. At least.
And then we're going to do some nets on the 0.5 watt, on the half a watt one. See how good we do.
I'm not putting up another antenna. Yes, Paul, at the Hamfest last year, and they're both on GMRS right now.
Wait, which are both on GMRS?
I had the Kenwood that I bought from Steve, and I had the Motorola CDM 1550.
Oh wow, yeah, no, it ought to be fun. I think we'll have a good time. Anyway, Mark, you can just use your discount. You should do fine. Or the 70 centimeter you have, if you have another one.
I got plenty of antennas.
Probably too many, huh?
Yeah, I'm cross-banded to you, so I'm a little slow to get back to you.
I was going to say there seemed to be a delay. You got a built-in delay between your ears and your mouth.
Yeah, I do. I'm on a little $10 handy talking through my Kenwood D7.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's really funny to me because before the cheap ones came along, the Bullfangs and all those other Woshang and like a TYT, it's hard to believe. I just looked them up. I saw a Bullfang or BTEC, it's $22 or something for a dual band radio, and I go, really? But it's 5 watts.
This radio, I got 2 for $20, so it's a cheapie.
Oh my gosh, that is cheap. Anything else for the net?
Nope, all done. Talk to you later.
Very good. That's Mark, and up by the beach. Well, it might be a very flooded beach today. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar up toward the Cumberland overflowing river. I don't think it is overflowing, but who else is north? Okay, had a big double in there, but West won big time. What's up?
Things are pretty soaked here. Hey, I got a question. When you apply for your GMRS license, I assume you go through the FCC website, and is it instantaneous? Do they give you your call sign or what?
They send it out like within I don't know 24 hours, I think it was, because you just go in like you're normally checking in on your FRS number, and it automatically your FRS number automatically just brings that up, and it says what do you want to do, and you can you sign up for GMRS.
Okay. I have one of those TYTs that will transmit up there. I don't know if it's technically, if you're supposed to. I'll have to look at the regulations. If I have to get one, I'll get one. But everything's good here, just a little soaked. Some pumps can get exercised. From Town, KE4TWI.
Yeah, it would be illegal because none of those TYTs or Bullfangs that can transmit on FRS, GMRS are legal because they have to have a fixed antenna. It's not moving. It's in fixed. If I screw it down, it's fixed. But if it's fixed, it can't be changed. So that's one of the problems. And they're not licensed. They're not certified for the GMRS, FRS. So yeah, I have. I don't know how anybody would know the difference, unless like those several of those channels are only good for 0.5 watts, and I don't know if anybody would be able to tell if I was on 1 watt. I haven't tried, but I'm guessing it's just not a good. I might as well, guys. That's why I bought a legal radio.
What kind did you get from? All right, KE4TWI.
Yeah, it's the BTEC that Amazon sells. It also does VHF, UHF. I mean, it also does VHF.
All right, I'm gonna look that one up.
Yeah, like I needed another dual band radio because I only have now. Now that will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need any more. Who else is that was Wes, by the way. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. He's in Possum Town. Who else? I heard there was a double in there. Who was the other person?
You and me.
Oh, me, M-E. Is that your call, M-E?
Yeah, me. Up there in Carlin, Angeltown, Tennessee. 81 VW.
Yeah, you had enough rain up there?
Well, I have a mold around the house. There's some, what it looked like earlier today is some low spots that are in the yard. The land's pretty flat up here where I'm at, but, you know, there's little dips in the yard and stuff, and that was all filled. So, I don't know. Other than that, it's just been a rainy, wet mess, and we're getting ready to get there's a line coming in from the west right now, and it's been producing some tornadoes. Probably be here maybe about 9:45, 9 o'clock. And I think they're still on the television jumping up and down about it, so I don't know. I looked at the radar on channel 13 a minute ago and seen what it was. It's pretty hefty and nasty looking, so I'll have to wait to see what happens with it. Hopefully it'll start losing its point, because it is getting later. And maybe it'll start losing fun. But then we're going to have all that good fun of that snow tomorrow morning and stuff. And of course, everything's so wet it's not going to stick or anything. So, but they're showing a kind of a big, significant snow coverage coming in behind this mess. We're supposed to be up maybe about right now as hot as it's going to get, up in the 60s, and then it's going to be down in the 30s by tomorrow. So. Anyway, I'll let you up there and back up you. That way you can get some more check-ins and stuff there. So, anyway.
I don't know. Everybody's out there building an ark, man. That was Colin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. He's in Angeltown, Bethpage. And he's soggy just like everybody else. Who else is north? Anybody else north? Over to the west.
KO4 OTV.
Yeah, you're up on high ground there, Joel.
Oh, very.
Yeah, no, I'm fortunate because my house sits, it's a fairly high, as you know, relatively high elevation. But my front yard slopes down to the street by about 2 feet, and my backyard slopes down to the fence in the back of my lot by about 2.5 feet. So it never floods my house.
Yeah, I say that I'm way up here. I am, but it's a broad hill, so it's wide up here, so water does sit. And this morning I haven't had any water like this in my yard in a while, so it was coming up to the foundation level, so I had to go to the supply house here and get some of those, they're almost like a slinky type little, extension thing that comes off the gutter just to kind of divert the water away, because it was just so much water up here. We got, I don't know, probably 3.5 inches so far. We got a lot to the west here. Not as much as Clarksville, but we're not far behind. I'm going to say we're in between 3 and 4 inches up here. But we've got a very large line coming at us right now that I don't know if I'll be on the next net or not. If I start hearing thunder here shortly, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. It's getting extremely windy.
Well, we better hurry up then. All right, very good, Joel. That was Joel, KO4O TV up in West Ashland City. Who else is west?
KC4 LV.
Hey, Jack. You're copying everybody tonight? Yeah, its conditions seem pretty good.
Yeah, they do. I'm hearing everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, though. Wasn't hearing those mobile stations, but everything else is good.
Well, I'll take that back. I couldn't hear Richard.
Really? I had him pretty good over here.
Well, is he doing all right? Is he getting better?
Yeah, he says he is, and I'll take his word for it. I mean, I don't think anybody would fib about that one.
No, well, we miss him at breakfast, so anyway, good luck to you, Richard. Come back to see us.
Yeah, very good. Anything else, Jack?
No, that's it. I'm going to put my rice in tomorrow, plant my rice.
You got one of those funny-looking conical hats.
I'll find one.
Very good. That was Jack. He's the Donaldson Gardner, Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor, and he's starting a rice paddy out there. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Oh, very good. How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
is that your squelch tail, is it?
You like that?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm just doing that with my voice, sir. Just get ready because don't drown, turn around.
Oh man, I don't know. Are there any bad spots in the Nashville area for flooding that gets that bad in the streets? I'm not familiar. I'm never out when it's raining, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's 4 hot spots. In fact, it was on the news tonight where they're already flooding. We're expecting to flood, and part of that is I-24 out here.
Oh, really? I-24 is getting mucked up again, huh?
Yeah, it gets pretty low around Blue Hole Road and whatnot.
Huh. You think they would have thought that through a little better, wouldn't you?
The flood?
Yeah, well, not the flood. The people put in I-24.
Well, the people died there during the big flood right up the road from me.
Oh, wow.
It's just hard to fathom.
Yeah, it is when you consider that you should. I don't know. I can't understand somebody drowning unless they were in a car. Were they in a car?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, I saw it happen in Tampa one time. The people drove off this hotel parking lot because they saw the interstate. Apparently, they drove right across the lawn. I don't know how they made it onto the interstate because there's a big gully, and it looked like that was to them apparently. And it just looked like it wasn't a gully because it was full of water. Well, got in that big old gully, that drainage ditch, and he drowned. His family got out. So it was kind of, people just should know better, but they don't.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, these people just up the road are truly didn't turn around and not drown.
Yeah, no, I'm never going to do that. That's for sure. Anything else for the net?
No, KD4 CE.
Okay, you're ready for the GMRS net, are you?
I'm all ready to go. I got the same radio you got. So.
Oh, did you? How do you like it?
Oh, that's good.
All right, very good. You know, I looked at the Radio Oddity. Has a 40 watt, but it looked a lot cheaper.
Could be, and the VTech has the VHF monitor. It doesn't transmit if you can scan it.
Right. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was pretty sure it wasn't a dual band transmit, but I forgot to say that. Anyway, that's Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is south or west? Excuse me.
KC4
Hey, how are you doing? You have a GMRS radio?
I do.
Oh, cool. You'll be able to participate.
Well, I got a couple of handhelds, and I got one mobile that I can transmit on GMRS if I need to.
All right, no, I'm just curious. It's all good. I mean, even with 5 watts, I'm willing to bet somebody would be able to hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ride up to Jefferson up on the hill or something.
Well, we're not expecting you to do feats of strength to get on the band.
Well, you never know. I heard y'all talking about starting that day. I said, oh, Lord, we're gonna buy that radio.
Yeah, nobody has to buy anything. I mean, they feel compelled to for some reason, but you were the one that says, I ain't buying no more radios.
I've been talking about buying an MCB radio. I got an old middling radio that I've had forever, but I was talking about buying one of these new ones with an FM on it.
Well, it's got FM and sideband and AM, correct?
Yep, I think it's the FCC George Washington one.
I saw it, but I didn't know which one it was. But yeah, it's amazing, and it's still got the 4 watt limit, right? Supposedly.
I think so. It could be 12 watts on sideband.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think you get more power on sideband.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. I've never had I had a CB radio back in the 70s, but I couldn't even tell you which one I had now.
Yeah, I can't remember, and I haven't looked into it that much, but I have just been thinking about it. I got another project I'm thinking about doing for my birthday here next month, so kind of saving up for that.
People will start a CB net, and it'll be truckers only.
Well, you'd be surprised when you're out and on the GMRS, if you scan around, if you got any construction going on around your area, a lot of these construction clients use GMRS.
Right, right. I wonder if they're licensed.
Well, probably not. They're probably using the FRS side, but you can still hear them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But we can overpower them with 50 watts, though, I think, unless they're doing that.
Well, we just have to wait and see, and I'll have to get my money right and buy another radio. But anyway, y'all in catch you on the next one. KC14.
All right, very good. That's Charles in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. I laugh here. We started out with a 2-meter net. Now we do like 7 or 8 different nets. It still cracks me up because I didn't think of them all. Everybody else wanted to do them. Anyway, who else is West?
November 4, Echo Romeo India, Eric in Goodlettsville, kind of west.
Well, it's as west as you can get. If you're east of you, you're west. Who else? Yeah, it was good to see you at breakfast this morning. Yeah. So you said you did get your BTEC in?
Yep, I got it. It's sitting up here. I got it a couple days ago, and I worked on my antenna today. But it turns out I had the wrong coax ends I ordered, so those are coming in tomorrow. And I got the VTech radio as well, and then I went with the Comet GP9NC, which is just for GMRS, and hopefully it should be pretty good.
Huh. Yeah, that's what I said. I was a little. I'm not sure what it'll have. I'm going to try it first on my 2-meter on both of the Comet tri-band that I have, and also on the vertical the X700 on 70 centimeters, and see how it shows up in the as far as SWR goes. But I'll bite the bullet or build one or something.
Yeah, there you go. Because the Comet one is pretty close to $300 by the time you pay tax and stuff on it. But as the old saying goes, spend the money on the antenna. So that's what I wanted to do. Comet obviously makes a good one.
I saw one. I can't tell you whose it was, but it was a 9-point-something dBi, and so that's not too shabby. So I figured that, and it was at like 180.
Yeah, this one I got is, believe it or not, is 11 dB a gain, so it should be screaming.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Eric?
Nope, that was it. Great seeing you guys at breakfast.
All right, very good. That's Eric, and he's in Goodlettsville. That's right. Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India. This is Goodlettsville, right?
Yeah, copy that.
Okay, so I get in my brain. I don't get up there very often, so I tend to think of Goodlettsville, but at the same time I think of what do you call it, the other G word up there, and I can't. And it's like I'm never up there, so I never give a. It's a nice area up there, though. Yeah, Goodlettsville or Gallatin, one of the two. All right, who else is west? Or south?
KF4, KFQ.
Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't hear you earlier on DMR. That's kind of weird. Were you doing something different?
No, but I kept calling, and you guys were just talking right over the top of me.
Yeah, but Michael did hear you, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Apparently, I don't know how strong you were. Michael, how strong was Tony when you heard him?
Really, really strong.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. We were doing it on purpose, of course.
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured.
No, I didn't know you were there. I wouldn't do that. Not on purpose, anyway. No, really. Everything going well?
Yeah, went to TPAC. Michael let me know, get the email, and that you opened it successfully. Other than that, yeah, it was a good show at TPAC. It was in Juliet, which is a alternative version of Romeo and Juliet. It was a pretty good show.
So it was done like a contemporary one or something?
Oh, yes, very contemporary.
How contemporary? Were they naked or something?
I think Studio 54.
Oh, wow. Okay, very good. They excluded the cocaine?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Okay, very good. That sounds good. I look forward to your review.
Anyway, that's it. KF4 KFQ.
Very good. That's Tony in Smyrna, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec in Smyrna. Smyrna. Who else is south? Oh, I didn't copy that. Mike, did you copy that?
November 1, Mike Delta Juliet.
Mike Delta. Really, Mike, where are you? Are you mobile? Okay, I'm not copying you real well. Very, very low signal to me. Are you on low power or something?
I could be. I'll have to check it.
But it sounds like it's really low power because normally you gangbusters coming to me from where you live.
That's not to me.
Well, he's over closer to you since he's east of Providence.
Well, I have to check the programming on it. I probably need to do that. Anyway, before the testing, been watching the trees whipping through the air and how fast the clouds are moving. It's going to be a bumpy night, I think.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. And I hope it doesn't develop into anything worse than 30 or 40 mile an hour winds. We know what happens when the tornadoes hit, and we don't want that. But anyway, Michael, good to have you in there. That's November 1 Mike, Delta Juliet. And he is he's here in Mount Juliet, just east of Providence. Who else is, it was on HT if you couldn't hear him. Who else is south or east? South or east, yeah. Say again, I didn't copy that one either.
That's Larry.
Oh, Larry, very good. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Yeah, no copy. All I could hear was squall, just noise in there, Larry. Sorry about that. Is he telling me how many people checked in on D-Star?
Larry, how many on D-Star? 5 on D-Star.
Ah, that I heard. Very good. Yeah, we had 6 on DMR and 5 on D-Star. How many did you have, Mike? 9?
Had 9.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, DMR, D-Star is, excuse me. C4FM's kicking butt, man. All right, Larry, appreciate you checking in. Larry's in Rockville. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is south?
K4 ID. KE4 CYJ.
Okay, hold on a minute there, Jim. I got you in there. Robin, everything all right?
All good. This is TYJ East.
He would be southeast. Yes, we're on east.
All right, well, I guess he can check in on either one or both.
We don't. We really. Everybody could actually do the opposite of what I asked for, and I wouldn't care.
All right, then.
There are no rules. We have rules, kind of. They're just very loose rules, just to have some sense of order. But we don't want to. Pretty soon, if we start doing rules, we'll start issuing either tactical call signs or check-in numbers.
The only rule is there are no rules, or at least none that we obey.
Well, we like to think we obey the FCC rules.
K4 IDC.
That's one of the things that's funny to me is that every ham, there may be a few out there, breaks the FCC rules every time they're on the air because they're supposed to, as you know, call sign at the end of every transmission or 10 minutes. And I don't know anybody that does it that routinely.
I had a guy a few months ago on HF. I was checking into a net. I said 7-3 or thank you or good day or something without my call sign, and he spent the next 30 seconds chastising me over it.
Did you tell him to get over himself?
Well, I didn't tell him Foxtrot uniform, but I wanted to.
Well, for some reason, people feel compelled to do that, and it'd be different if you had a brand new ham, and it was obvious it was a brand new ham who wasn't following he didn't use it. You know what I'm saying? Then you would just simply say, hey, listen, understand that the rule is supposed to be held. But when you're talking to experienced hams, I don't think you have to be told.
Yeah, well, he apparently needed something to talk about.
He was one of the. He's a wannabe frequency cop.
Yeah, he's probably an OO in his secret life.
Yeah, because they got rid of that program, didn't they?
I don't know, did they?
As far as I know, they got rid of that formal OO thing.
Oh, what am I going to do with all these cards?
The ones you send out or the ones you got?
Well, the leftovers.
Okay, very good. Anything else for the net there, Robin?
Anybody want them to use for target practice? No, nothing else. Carry on. Thanks for doing the net. K4 IDC.
Yeah, Robin's going to be on the 220 tonight. He's got a transverter connected to his HF radio, so he's the oddball here on the will be on the frequency. Anyway, Jim, what's up?
Hey, good morning. Good evening, sir. No, just hanging in there, waiting for my eagerly awaiting my turn to talk.
Yeah, very good. Your signal's good tonight, although it's a little weaker than normal. I'm not sure. It's got to be the conditions with that storm moving in.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm doing everything the same over here. Everything. As far as the operating conditions are the same, so I don't know. It's I believe it's the outside conditions.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Or you might need to rejuvenate your cables.
I don't know. I could always put a bigger antenna up.
I don't know. I think you're doing fine. If I can hear you, I can hear you very well. So I don't think I'd be too concerned.
I appreciate it. I do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. Some nights is better than others, but it's just the atmospheric conditions. I understand. I don't fully understand, but I get that the atmospheric conditions is not so far what you did wrong or something changed your station.
Well, yeah, that's right. Somebody said earlier, who was it? Talked about. Oh, yeah, it was Eric said that. He says it came with the wrong ends, and you go, they all got ends. It's it's the connectors. Robin kept reminding her that.
So it was more like he ordered N and should have had 259 or vice versa. I understand. All right, well, I won't keep it. Nothing much to report from here, except that it's getting very foggy out here. KE4CYJ.
You're high up on the mountain. You'll never flood, will you?
No, just when you come down and try to go to the store.
Oh, I'm sure that's true. Well, very good. That was Jim. He's in Woodbury, Kilo Echo 4, Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is east?
I think we're still on south, aren't we?
South or east, whatever.
Well, KM4YRF.
Yeah, I don't even know IRF. Again, it doesn't. I don't play those. I mean, anybody can check in anywhere. You know that.
Yep, I do, and I have.
Yeah. Anyway, by the way, I even had the wrong net number again on the thing, but I corrected it.
Well, I noticed that one night when it was wrong, but 1082 is the correct number, right?
As far as I can tell. Yeah, no, it is. I had well, anyway, I corrected it. So it was correct tonight. When I first put it up, it said 1,080, but I don't think anybody would really notice except for me and you.
You're probably right. Well, I looked up the BTEC radio, and I guess that's probably what I'm going to have to come up with.
Well, there are other options, but the 40 watt that's available from Radio Oddity, I saw a review on it. The review was decent, but it didn't do much beyond the 40 watts and the lower to meet the GMRS, FRS radio requirements. But I don't even think it had NOAA on it. I don't think.
Well, I liked it because you can monitor VHF.
Right. I don't know. It's a good reason. That's the only reason I bought it, because it monitors UVHF.
Well, I'm wondering if we'll be able to use the X700 for it.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Well, you'll have your radio before I get mine, so I'll find out from you.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Anything else from that, Mike?
That's all I got. Good to see everybody at the breakfast this morning.
Yeah, very good. That's Michael, KM4YRF, and I thank him for doing the net Wednesday night, so me and the wife could, XYL, as they say, could go out we went out and, like I said, embarrassed ourselves going bowling, or I embarrassed myself, because even when I was good at bowling, I think my average was 140 something. So I'm not exactly a stellar bowler, but it was just funny. The one time I actually, I lost my step and fell down. Didn't fell into. Well, yeah, I did. Kind of fell into the alley, so it was kind of funny. I wish I had that on video. Anyway, anybody else, south or east?
KI4ZDG.
Hey, Kevin, what's up?
Not much. Just hanging out, listening to everybody.
Yeah, hanging out and hoping it does no tornadoes and it doesn't flood.
Yeah. We're like you. It's nice up high on the hill, so we don't really have much to worry about up here.
Is there any problem with the roadways in that area when it rains?
No. Well, I take that back. You know that new neighborhood? I can't think of what it's called. Harrington, maybe. And then there's the other one right there. That's like right there on Central Pike. A couple of years ago, it was like it was July, and there was just a big old downpour that came down, just kind of an isolated thunderstorm right there, and it flooded Central Pike right there where that creek and that neighborhood, all the water coming out of that neighborhood and the creek where it flows into right there, just it flooded it all. But I haven't ever seen it do it since then.
Huh. Yeah, I had a similar situation when I lived up in Rhode Island, where I lived, and I had to. It was really, which is like one of these rains. It was one of these, once in a 10-year rain, and it flooded. It was a very small creek, but and then they had a little bridge that went over it, and this little two-lane road in the neighborhood. And I saw as I approached it, I said, "Holy crap!" I had to get to work, and I saw that it was pretty deep, and I slowed down, really. I knew it wasn't deep enough for me to, submerge, but I slowed down, and that it was deep enough that it probably went up at least past my axles because it was wet. And I got through it okay. Car stayed running, and it's an old '66 Plymouth, and I rolled up out of there. And then, of course, these weren't disc brakes; these were the old, regular shoe brakes. And when I went to hit the stoplight at the end of the road, I had to pull into the gas station because the car wouldn't stop.
Oh man, that's not good.
But yeah, it's just one of those deals. That's why disc brakes are great for that because you don't have to. I don't know. You ever have a car that had the other shoe brakes?
Yeah, when I was in high school, me and my dad restored my great aunt's '65 Mustang, and that's what I drove throughout high school.
Oh man, you had a dream.
Yeah, it was a fun car, but it was 4-wheel drums, and you constantly had to adjust those things, and if you hit the brakes hard, and they pulled one side, and it was they stop. I mean, drum brakes can stop pretty good, but disc are just a lot less maintenance and just easier to work on.
Yeah, and plus you have to have the tool.
Right.
Yeah, no, they're fine. No, was it a 4-speed?
It was automatic. It was a 289 two-barrel automatic. It was like a teal green, but it had the pony interior, so it was kind of fancy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, somebody told me, and I forget now whether it's true or not, that was not actually a brand new car from scratch. I think that they built that first couple of years, or it was on a Falcon chassis.
Yeah, I had a buddy in high school that had like a '64 Falcon, and like we were looking at them, and we were like, these are basically the same cars. I mean, they still do that today. I mean, you look at, all the manufacturers out there, they're using the same platform and then just putting different sheet metal on the outside.
Yeah, that was the lie that Ford told way back when they came out with the Edsel. They said it's a totally brand new car. It was a same old chassis they've been using for years.
Yeah, like my dad had an old Nissan hardbody when they first came out in the '80s, and when they switched over to the Frontier, we had some friends that worked over at the Nissan plant there in Smyrna, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's a completely new truck." And my dad was like, "No, man, he looked at it and he was like, "Oh, it's the same truck. It's just got different sheet metal." He's like, "I don't know, it's all new part numbers and everything like that." But you see a Frontier running around today, and it'll have a hard body tailgate on it, and it's all the engine's the same. It's crazy how and I mean it just saves money, I guess, on research and development and all that, and just it makes the customers happy because they think they're getting something new.
Yeah, that's why when I'd see this is the first Ford I've owned, is the one I have, but when I see the Ford, the Grand Marquis and the and you just see ones. My wife said, "What's the difference?" I go, "Well, you're just paying for fancier stuff inside and better seats and better trim,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just funny. Well, again, it stands to reason, though. I mean, the basic car, and then they built it up with all kinds of fancy. Well, not any chrome anymore. They don't use chrome, but you know what I'm getting at. You're right. They just trick it out with some neat stuff to make it better.
Yeah. To each his own. Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Well, the problem I had, not that I didn't a couple of my friends had those Mustangs, and I'm presuming it was a 65 or 66, somewhere in that range, because I don't recall. But that back seat was so small.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, just there was no leg room at all. I mean, you crammed your legs in there.
Yeah, I remember a buddy of mine had a little Nissan 300Z. It was the T plus 2, and I mean, you may as well not have had a backseat in it.
Yeah, I had my ex-wife's brother. He was now passed away, but he had one of those. Is it the Datsun 300ZX? It was the anniversary edition, the one with the turbo on it. Oh my gosh, that was crazy to drive.
Yeah, those were cool cars back in the day.
Oh, they were great. They were great, but he wrecked it. you run into trouble on the roads with cars like that. Anyway, anything else for that there? Who was I talking? Oh, Kevin. Yeah, that's who I'm talking to. Sorry about that.
No, sir, appreciate you. Hopefully I'll get out to breakfast one day. I didn't get in until about 3 o'clock this morning, so I was trying to catch up on my sleep.
Oh, wow. So you keep your car over at the airport?
No, I'm based in Louisville, and I guess, what was it? We're down in Orlando, and we came up from Miami. What was it, Thursday night? And when we got into Miami, we had had a couple of electrical gremlins that were popping up on the taxi in, and then when we shut the airplane down at the gate, had a AC fuel pump message come up. So call maintenance, wrote all that stuff up. Well, apparently they got all the electrical issues fixed. They didn't do anything about the fuel pump, so they had to ferry an airplane in, which then had to do its original morning turn, and then so we were about 6 hours behind getting back to Louisville, and then when we got back there, we had to drive back to Nashville.
Oh boy, what's the drive from Louisville take you?
About 2.5.
Yeah, that's long enough, especially if it's a long night.
Yeah, it turned into a long day. So, but anyway, I guess better than getting stuck out.
Yeah, being stuck in Miami, which wasn't such a bad thing. Where do they put you up in Miami? Do you know?
We were in Orlando, there near the airport.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, there's no hotels near the airport in Orlando, is there?
All right.
You know, Orlando, and I think, and Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas has got them beat for the number of hotels, the largest number of hotels in any city in the country. And I think Las Vegas won.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Anyway, that was Kevin. He is in Gladeville, Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. Who else wants to make number 25? I heard somebody.
W4NP.
November 4, November. Papa, how you doing tonight?
Whiskey for November, Papa.
Oh, I said, I wrote down whiskey and I said November. I'm not too bright. How you doing?
Hey, Paul. Yes, David in White House. Doing pretty good. Wanted to put my 2 cents in on the GMRS conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've had my license here for a little while, and we've run just about all the antennas and that's available on the market that for GMRS and otherwise. And the best one that I have found is the Comet 712. I think it's EFC. That's one I'm running, and we've compared it to many of the other antennas, including the GP9 commercial one, and it even outperformed it.
Oh, wow. So they really had, you're guessing it had a better than 11 SWR. I mean, I'm sorry, DBI.
Well, now on paper, it is less. I think it's like 9 or something like that. But in the real world, it has actually outperformed that GP9 commercial. We've tested them pretty much side by side, and it was a substantial improvement actually. The only thing I'm thinking is because that 712 is actually a mono band for that frequency.
Oh, cool. Now, let me ask you this. The GP9 commercial, that's also a dual band, is it not?
It is. It's supposed to be for the MERS and GMRS. So that's why I'm thinking maybe that's why the 712 outperformed it, because the 712 is just specifically for 460 to 470.
Yeah, I'm guessing it might compromise a little bit, being it's got more than one band built into it.
But yeah, it was a difference. I mean, noticeable on transmit and receive both ways. So for anybody that's thinking about getting into it, it's actually a cheaper antenna than the GP9 also. And so far, I haven't found anything to beat it.
Cool. How much do you think? Do you remember it being at 712?
I think it's like about 130.
Oh wow, so it is good. It's not much more than a cheap dual band.
Yeah, that's correct. It's about a 10-foot antenna.
Cool. Yeah, I'll look into that. I was actually thinking about building one of those. I forget the name of it. The one that you make out of stacking half wave antennas out of stacking half wave pieces of coax together. You know, I don't know what to call it other than that. You know, it's a collinear. This you stack like I forget how many, 8 of them, or, yeah, you know, one on top of the other to get 9 dBi gain supposedly.
Roger. Well, that's exactly how this antenna is made.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
I'm not exactly sure how they calculate the what wavelengths they're using, but what I can measure, which it doesn't calculate out for the frequency, but may have something to do with the velocity factor of the coax. They're using coax, and all I can see is, you know, it's a 2-section antenna, so all I can see is what's from the middle section out, because of course, you know, you put it together when you get it, but it's at like 8.5-inch increments as it goes up, and there's on that top section, I think there's like 5 or 6 of those sections, but they're all 8.5 inches, and it looks like 75 ohm coax.
Okay, yeah, very good. Well, maybe that is not such a bad idea because I've got a plan to build one of those, and I just needed to get the. I think it was using RG9U. I think that's what it is. Might be mistaken about that.
Yeah, I played around with kind of a couple homebrew antennas, and it worked okay. And but man, when I put that 712 up, wow, it was a huge difference.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Well, maybe we'll straighten it out. In fact, I'll probably put that out to the group other than just us here on the air tonight. The Comet 712. I'll look into that and appreciate the input on that, David.
Is that a 712 EF? I think it's the EFC.
I was just looking, and the 712 EF is like $197.94 on Amazon.
Comment?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was looking at that antenna. It's got about 9 dB of gain, but David's right. It does just have that single band, and it's about a 10-foot antenna. It's only $140. Too bad I already bought that GP9, but I'll probably still put that up. But this looks like a great antenna. Thanks for the info there, David. Oh yeah. Well, now look, I'm the GP9 commercial. It's not a bad antenna. And it was real close to the 712, but the 712 was just a little bit better than that GP9.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah, go ahead.
With your elevation, I don't think I'm going to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I got a 25-foot tilt-over mast that I spent weeks making. So, yeah, hopefully it won't be good. We'll find out in a few days here, hopefully.
That'll be great. No, like I said, with your elevation, you could probably put up a quarter wave.
Yeah, copy that.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net there, David? You brought up some good points there. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Oh, that's all I wanted to get through to everybody. I appreciate you doing that and taking my number. W4NP. Back to you.
Very good. That's Whiskey 4 November, Papa. That's David in White House. Good signal, by the way, too, David. Anybody else east or anywhere?
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's about 129 at gigaparts. There's like 5 of us that's running that antenna now.
The 712, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Maybe we can get one on Alibaba if I get 5 for like $100.
Yeah, but you don't want to buy it from Amazon. It's high on Amazon.
Yeah, well, the way Amazon gets you, if you're on Prime, you get the shipping for free. In some place, I don't know. I think Gigaparts will ship that for free anyway, wouldn't they? If it's oversized, they won't though.
They actually shipped it U.S. mail.
Oh wow! And there was no additional shipping charge.
$9, David?
Yeah, I think it sounds about right, best I recall.
That's no big deal. That's good. I'm glad everybody brought that up. I wasn't sure which one to look at. I might, with my elevation, be fine using I'll just see what the SWR is on a couple of my antennas to see how it works out. Anyway, is anybody else, any place, anywhere? Appreciate you jumping in there too there, Danny. Anybody else? North, south, east, or west? Well, we get 25 on the nose if nobody else checks in, so I'm moving over to the now calling all dilly-dalliers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lacquards, repeater chuckers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon occupied by aliens deniers, also those who believe in it. The moon, also people living on the backside of the moon with building cities up there. Flat earthers and the flat earth deniers. The flat and also the scanner listeners, the SDR donglers, preppers, and of course the end time survivalists. Anybody else? Oh wow, we couldn't bring anybody else out of the woodwork, man. Scott's in trouble, man. He said he was gonna his New Year's resolution. Yeah, that's what's his face down there in Laverne. He said he was gonna check in and not wait for the lollygagger, but there he is. He's not there. Okay, nobody's there. I was hoping he'd jump in. But sometimes he does. He's a straggler too. That's what I have another listing for a straggler. All right, I'm gonna move over to 144.240 unless I hear somebody complain right now. All righty, 144.240 it is. We'll see you there. This is K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Looking for check-ins on 144.240 upper sideband. From the north, please come now. Nobody north? Anybody west?
KG4,
I got you in there, Jack. Who was the other station?
Robin.
Oh, it was Robin. Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. Very good. You're like a weird frequency there, Robin. You seem to be off.
Is that better?
Oh, it's right on the money now.
All right, thanks.
Very good. That's Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. That's Robin down there by Percy Priest. Who else is, well, he's higher than the floodwaters are, though. Hey, is your pond overflowing?
Yes, it's a flood stage.
Oh, wow. Very good. Don't let the fish out. Who else is, where was I? North. North or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Greg in Antioch with a good signal. Who else is the west?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
All right. We got a good signal from Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is west? Anybody else west or south?
Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India.
Very good. He self-identifies as west. That's Eric Kilo. November 4 Echo Romeo India. Who else is west or south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Yeah, your signal is even a little better here on this band here, where you are on sideband there, Jim.
Yeah, I'm on sideband. Yeah, I turned it up to 100 watts.
Cool. It's doing great. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and that's Jim down in Woodbury. Great signal, big signal, as a matter of fact. Sounded really rich too. That's your new mic, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the high ICM. Works quite well with the 9700.
Yeah, obviously it does. It really sounds good. Who else is south? South or east?
KM4 YRF.
All right, we got KM4YRF, Michael here in Mount Juliet, a whopping 2 miles east of me. Who else is east? Anybody else east? East or north? All righty, we got a little low on the signal tonight there, Carlin, but I got you in there. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else is east or north? Anybody? Any place, anywhere. Getting a little noisy out there. All right, well, then we got a grand total of whatever I just looked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. That's kind of a normal number for sideband. We're going to move over to 50.135, so I'll see you there unless somebody biatches to me.
Did Ted check in?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
Man, you're not paying attention tonight, are you?
I'm trying.
You got to stay away from that popcorn and ice cream.
Oh, well.
Okay, we're moving over to 50.135. We'll see you there. If you wouldn't mind announcing that over on the regular 415 FM.
No problem at all. KM for a while.
Very good. We'll catch everybody over at 50.135, K4P. This is K4PUW, Net Control, Mount Juliet, Simplex Radio Net on 50.135. Taking check-ins from, well, we'll say it's from the north. Please come now. Anybody north, please come now. From the west. All right, good signal from both Jack and from Joel, KO4OTV and KG4ILV in Donaldson, and Joel's over there in West Ashland City. Who else is west? Yeah, you got a killer signal here on 6 meters as well there, Greg. I don't know if I've heard it better than this. You sound really good. Did you is that one of your coax problems?
No, other than I taking everything out and might have cleaned up some symmetry.
No, it sounds great. Really does. That was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is west? What? All right, very good. We've got Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. That's Charles in West Nashville. A little low, but fully readable. That's Charles. Who else is west? Is anybody hearing anything I can't?
No.
I always feel like I'm hearing something in the background. Not always, but tonight I do. I feel that way anyway. Who else is, see, where were we? West, south, or south? Oh, very good, boys. Your signal dropped way down on that big loop. It's a little lower than we've had it before. Tango, that's Kilo. Man, I even got the numbers now. Kilo Echo 4 Tango November Juliet. Yeah, you're low, but I can hear you in there. I can really pull it out with the headphones on there, Jim. So, yeah, it's bad condition. Conditions are killing you because normally I can hear you better than this. And that was Jim in Woodbury. Who else is south?
K4IDC.
Very good. Good signal, of course. You're only, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles south of me. That's Robin in just down there Percy Priest Lake. Who else? K4IDC. Who else?
Danny.
Who else? We hear Danny in there, do we? Anybody else out there?
And again, it might not have been. I don't know.
All right, very good. Kilo November 4 Echo India, and that's Eric in Goodlettsville. Anybody else? South or east?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Very good. Michael here in Juliet. Anybody else south or east? Or north? Or anywhere? Yeah. Anybody copy anything I don't? Yeah, we had 9 on both, on 2 meter upper sideband and on 6 meter upper sideband. I guess that's to be expected if somebody has sideband on an all mode rig. All right, well, that's all we got for tonight then. Is I'm glad it seemed to be a pretty good net. We had some good information out there. We all had a real good time. We're going to move over to 223-415, so we'll see you there. And I'm going to shut down the YouTube feed, and we'll go from there. K4P. We don't want to give away too many secrets. K4PW. Appreciate y'all being there. We'll catch you on the next net. K4PW.